so I haven't really run a lot in, let's say, the past 5 years, ever since I got into CrossFit, and my number one goal was to try to get strong because there's a certain base level of strength for CrossFit. I stopped running, and recently my sister wanted to sign us up for a family Thanksgiving morning 5K. Yep, I guess we're those people. So we're doing a 5K on Thanksgiving, and so I picked back up running, which I think is a really good thing. I think running is really, it's one of those functional things you can do. Of course, you can overdo it, you can overdo anything, but I think running as a human is important. I think we're designed to run. So I think it's good that I'm getting back to my roots and running. I ran a lot back in like 2012 to 2016. Did a lot of Spartan races, half marathons, things like that. So I'm no stranger to running. I've been through a lot of running shoes, and I want to talk about a review of these Altras. These Altras I recently picked these up, and I was looking for, when going to a running shoe. All right, I've tried all different types of running shoes over the years, and I just tend to prefer a real minimalist running shoe. I don't like a big drop, so I'm more of a zero drop guy, and I like a minimalist shoe. I also like a wide toe box. So this Altra shoe is one of the only shoes that I found on the market that fits this description of a minimalist shoe, not a barefoot shoe, but a minimalist shoe with zero drop and a wide toe box. That is a street running shoe. So Altra kind of, I didn't find many shoes out there that fit this description. So I was originally looking for the shoe because back in, I think it was 2011, 2012, I picked up a pair of Merrells that were a minimalist. You could wear them barefoot. You can wear these barefoot, but they're not a barefoot shoe, right? They do have some support. Those Merrells that I had were phenomenal. So one of my favorite pairs of shoes that I've ever had for CrossFit and running both. I mean, they were like the ultimate hybrid shoe. I wish Merrell would have never done away with that shoe, but after I bought the shoes at like Marshall's or something like that and could never find them again. Anyway, my favorite shoe ever, and I will say this shoe is it's right behind it. I absolutely love this shoe. I think this would be a great hybrid shoe for somebody that does CrossFit and you have a running workout. I think this is absolutely a phenomenal shoe with that zero drop. You could probably get away with doing a small amount of lifting, in these, if your WOD has like a lot of running in it. If it has a little running, obviously you're going to want to stick to a Nano or a CrossFit shoe if it doesn't have that much running in it. But I bought these Altras, and I will say this is Escalante 2, I believe, and this shoe is phenomenal. It is extremely breathable and lightweight. Now, I will say if you're running in the rain, it's so breathable. I mean, you can see, like I can look and see through to the other side. That's how breathable this shoe is. So this is going to be a great summertime shoe, a great lightweight shoe. Now, not waterproof, so you're running a lot of water. You're going to get wet in these. Same thing for the cold weather. Like your feet are going to get really cold in these shoes. So you might, for the wintertime, want something with a little bit that's not as breathable, because this is a highly, highly breathable shoe. It's a minimal shoe, but I would say it's on the edge of being minimal. I mean, it does have a decent amount of support. For a minimal shoe, it's got the most support of any minimal running shoe that I've ever owned. It does have the most support, but it's not too much. It's not too much by any means. You still get a lot of feedback while you're running. I think it's actually about the perfect amount. And with the wide toe box, really, really great. There, having that wide toe box, being able to splay your feet out and let those feet run free and not have your toes bound up. I'm a big fan of that. I do not like narrow toe box shoes, which probably 99% of our shoes out there are narrow toed. I think that all shoes should be designed with that wide toe box, in my opinion. The zero drop is really nice. They're super lightweight. I will say this is probably the ultimate, to me, one of the ultimate 5K shoe, or maybe even 10K shoe. Now, I'm not running very much. I've been running in these once a week now for probably 7 weeks or so, and I'm only running at most 4 miles at a time. So I'm not running long distances, so I don't have a lot of experience with these at long distances. But I know from running in the past and running in my Merrells, and I had a pair of Brooks that was a minimalist pair of Brooks back in the day. I do feel like these would hold up really well even going into the 10-mile range, as those Brooks did for me back in the day, and they had less support even than these. I feel like this is a super fast shoe, really responsive, and I really, this is probably my second or third favorite pair of running shoes I have ever owned. And I've owned quite a few pairs of running shoes. I used to put a lot of miles on. Again, I'm not running that much now, once a week, but I give this shoe a 9 out of 10. I mean, this looks like a great shoe. It seems like it's, honestly, even though they're super lightweight, I feel like it's probably going to be a pretty durable shoe. Probably going to hold up for a little while. And now they have newer models that released. I just went back and got the 2 because I liked this colorway. But they do have newer models, and the newer models may even be a little bit more potentially improved version of the shoe. But yeah, if you like a minimalist or want to try a minimalist zero drop shoe, I definitely recommend the Altra Escalante Racer. I think this is a great shoe that fits that mold and can be used as kind of a hybrid shoe. Like, I wouldn't recommend lifting super heavy weight in it, but if you're looking for a hybrid shoe that you can lift in and run and combine the two, I feel like this is a good shoe for that. So if you have any questions in general, please drop them in the comments. And as always,